On September 11, 2025, the Israeli military launched a sweeping operation in the West Bank city of Tulkarem. More than 100 Palestinians were arrested in a series of raids that stormed shops, cafes, and homes. A military curfew was imposed, locking down the entire city. This sudden escalation follows a deadly incident in East Jerusalem earlier in the week, where 6 people were killed in a shooting attack claimed by Hamas's armed wing, the Qassam Brigades. In response, Israel vowed retaliation, and that retaliation has now landed squarely on Palestinian communities in the West Bank. In the aftermath of the Jerusalem attack, Israeli forces began rounding up residents across Tulkarm. Eyewitnesses reported being pulled from vehicles, herded toward checkpoints, and forced to march through the streets at gunpoint. Soldiers raided public venues, detained patrons, and enforced mass arrests, which human rights groups have already labeled as collective punishment. The West Bank, long a flashpoint in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, has seen a sharp rise in military crackdowns since the October 7, 2023, Hamas-led assault on southern Israel. In response, Israel launched a devastating war in Gaza, displacing over 200,000 Palestinians in Gaza City alone and killing more than 1,000 across the enclave. But the military campaign hasn't been confined to Gaza. Since then, the Israeli military has conducted thousands of raids in the West Bank, arrested scores of civilians, and demolished entire neighborhoods. According to the United Nations, more than 40,000 Palestinians in the West Bank have now been displaced, a figure that continues to rise. International watchdogs and humanitarian agencies are sounding the alarm. Amnesty International has described the ongoing Israeli military operations as a grave breach of the Fourth Geneva Convention, specifically referencing the unlawful transfer and collective punishment of protected persons under international law. The current action in Tulkarem is being seen not as an isolated security operation, but as part of a broader Israeli strategy to destabilize Palestinian communities under occupation. Following the East Jerusalem attack, Israel ordered the demolition of the homes of the alleged attackers, sanctioned their families, and sealed off entire towns. Now, a full military siege is in effect across multiple areas of the West Bank, with roadblocks, night raids, and mass detentions becoming daily occurrences. Meanwhile, settler violence has intensified. From October 2023 through the end of 2024, over 1,800 recorded incidents of Israeli settler attacks have occurred in the West Bank. These actions often occur with impunity, further escalating tensions between the civilian population and Israeli authorities. At the political level, Israel's leadership has shifted further to the right. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu recently reiterated his hardline stance, saying there will be no Palestinian state and vowing to double the population of illegal settlements in areas like Male Adumim. These settlements, built in defiance of international law, remain one of the greatest obstacles to peace in the region. Just last year, the United Nations General Assembly called on Israel to end its occupation of Palestinian territories within 12 months. That deadline has passed. Instead of a withdrawal, what we're witnessing is an expansion in settlements, in military operations, and in civilian displacements.